Words are not enough to describe how beautiful this place is, and the pictures don't do it justice. Alberta is all about Rocky Mountains, wildlife, vast glaciers, and of course turquoise lakes. Join us as we experience the beauty of Alberta on our 5-day trip to the Canadian Rockies. If you're coming to Alberta by air, the Calgary International Airport is the closest major airport to Banff. From Calgary, you can take a shuttle, bus, or rent a car to reach Banff. Let's have a quick look on what to see at downtown Calgary. We hit the road just before sunrise and head to Banff National Park. Banff is Canada's first national park and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. All visitors coming to Banff require a permit, which is available at the park entry gates, visitor centers, or you can purchase online. Some rental car comes with a Parks Canada Discovery Pass, which is quite handy if you are planning to stay longer, so it's worth asking the rental company. With less than 2 hours from Calgary, we arrived at our first destination, the Herbert Lake. It's a less talk about lake, but it's a local favorite. You can sit in silence and enjoy the views of Mount Temple in the background. And shortly after leaving Herbert Lake, we had an unexpected encounter, our first wildlife sighting, 2 bear cubs wandering near the road. Bears are primarily active during dawn and dusk. They try to avoid the midday heat, so seeing them in early morning is not a surprise at all.
Galit ka ba? Ano bang gagawin mo morning routine mo?
We were mesmerized by the experience of seeing the bear in its natural habitat, and before we knew it, we reached our next stop, the Bow Lake. The reflection of the Crowfoot Mountain makes this lake a favorite spot to stretch your legs before continuing to Icefield's Parkway. Mirror na mirror. As we continue our journey along the famous Icefield's Parkway, the views are getting better and better, which led us to one of the popular stops, the Peyto Lake viewpoint. Just off the highway and a fairly short easy walk to a viewing platform, you will be rewarded with this amazing view of the Peyto Lake. Visiting mid-morning to early afternoon on a sunny day offers the best light for photos. With its distinctive shape, it is often referred to as the Wolf's Head Lake, as the lake is shaped in a way that the north half of the lake looks like the head of a wolf. Icefield's Parkway is a scenic drive from Lake Louise in Banff to the town of Jasper. It offers a 232-kilometer stretch of double-lane highway with soaring Rocky Mountains, glaciers, waterfalls, and turquoise lakes. If you want to experience the glacier without much physical effort or hiking, then the Columbia Icefield Adventure is for you. There are more than 1,000 glaciers in Alberta, and Athabasca is the popular one because of its easy access. This specialized all-terrain vehicle with large wheels called Ice Explorer is designed for icy terrain to travel onto the Athabasca Glacier. Glaciers are large masses of ice and snow that naturally form over many years, and Athabasca is believed to have started forming more than 200,000 years ago. And from these glaciers, where the turquoise lakes and waterfalls come from, you can walk on the glacier and fill your water bottle or drink the water straight from the glacier. After walking on the top of the glacier, Now it's time to try the Columbia Icefield Skywalk. This glass floor bridge is not for the faint-hearted. It is similar to the Grand Canyon Skywalk in Arizona. As we enter the Jasper National Park, the impact of the devastating wildfires that ravaged Jasper a year ago started to unfold. Nevertheless, it didn't stop us from exploring and admiring the place. We took a boat cruise across the Maligne Lake to reach the Spirit Island. Maligne Lake is the largest natural lake located within Jasper National Park, and it's known for its remoteness and the stunning views of the surrounding Canadian Rockies. Nestled on the shores of the beautiful Maligne Lake, it's an image recognized around the world. It is famous for its iconic Spirit Island and one of the most photographed islands in the Canadian Rockies. In the 1960s, the image of the Spirit Island hung in Kodak's Colorama showcase in New York City's Grand Central Terminal, and in 2014, Apple used the image of Spirit Island to launch a new iPad model that showcased its heightened photography capabilities. So the Spirit Island is not actually an island. The melting snow and heavy rains during spring makes the level of the water enough to temporarily separate the island from the shore. And as we cruised back, we were lucky enough to see our second wildlife sighting. A mother and a baby moose crossing the Maligne Lake going to the opposite side of the lake. We stayed for a night at Jasper and strolled around the town. And just a short drive from the town, you will find the Pyramid Lake. A picturesque lake located at the foot of Pyramid Mountain, with a small island connected by a bridge, which is perfect for picnics and scenic walk. As we drove back to Banff, we couldn't let the chance slip without visiting the beautiful waterfalls within the Canadian Rockies. About an hour drive from the town of Jasper, we stopped at the Athabasca Falls. The Athabasca has a drop of 80 feet or 24 meters and a width of 60 feet or 80 meters. Though it's not the highest or widest waterfalls in the Canadian Rockies, it is considered as the most powerful. Less than 20 minutes away from the Athabasca is the Sunwapta Falls. It's a pair of waterfalls created by Sunwapta River. Sunwapta came from the Stoney First Nations language, meaning turbulent water. Just as we passed the Columbia Icefield, we saw a few cars parked on the side of the road. If you see this, there's a good chance that there's a wildlife sighting. And true enough, a black bear hunting for some wild berries. Black bears in Canada are omnivores. They eat berries, nuts, insects, and fish. They hibernate during winter, so you won't see them between November to April. During this time, they don't eat, drink, urinate, or even defecate, and can lose up to 30% of their body weight. They're very skinny when you see them first time during the spring. They spend most of the time searching for food, and when they are not hibernating. With their short claws, they are excellent tree climbers. Johnston Canyon is another popular hiking trail in Banff. It takes about half an hour easy walk to the lower falls and another half an hour to the upper falls. As you go deep into the trail, you will admire its dramatic limestone canyons, waterfalls, and unique catwalk trails. At the lower falls, we were fascinated by how the water punches through the rock. You can almost feel the vibration in your ribs. Step through the short tunnel to the viewing platform, and the waterfall suddenly fills your whole horizon. If you're feeling more adventurous, then continue to more challenging hike to the impressive upper falls. And as we walked through the narrow catwalk suspended on the side of the canyon, you would constantly hear the lively rush of the water that feels like a background music set to adventure mode. In winter, the waterfalls freeze over, creating a cathedral of ice, making it a popular ice climbing destination. And because of this, Johnston Canyon is stunning in both summer and winter. Lake Minnewanka is another glacial lake. But what makes it unique is that it has an underwater ghost town called Minnewanka Landing. It used to be a resort village, but when the town was flooded after the dam construction in 1941, and now it's fully submerged and only accessible to scuba divers. The name came from the ancient language Minnewanka, meaning Lake of the Spirits. Top tip within Banff National Park is the most iconic lake in Alberta. Lake Louise isn't just a place you see, it's a place you feel. It's not just a landscape. Every line, color, and texture feels purposeful. A landscape that overwhelms you, not with noise, but with an almost sacred stillness. Depending on the time of the day, the entire scene transforms. Its color shifts with the light. From Lake Louise, we followed the trail to Lake Agnes. 30 minutes into hiking and I was already regretting my decision. After an hour of continuous uphill hike, we reached the Mirror Lake, a small, perfectly still pool cradled beneath the sheer face of the Big Beehive. This is our first breath-catching moment. From there, the trail steepens. You will hear Lake Agnes before you see it, the soft rush of the waterfalls that spills from its far end. And the historic tea house sits at its edge. Though it looks welcoming, we couldn't be bothered to wait in a queue. Instead, we just sat in silence and enjoyed the view. The air feels different up here, crisper and quieter. It's not just a hike, it's a gentle pilgrimage from the world below, a hidden sanctuary tucked among ancient stones and sky. What a great way to spend our morning. From Banff, we went straight to Yoho National Park. Takako Falls is a towering, thundering declaration of power in the heart of Yoho National Park. Around it, the valley is lush and green. Long before you reach it, you hear it, a deep rolling roll that grows louder with every step. It's grand, overwhelming, and breathtaking. Natural Bridge is a sculpture carved not by human hands, but by centuries of relentless river power. At first glance, it looks like a massive weathered stone arch. But when you step closer, you realize it's not just a bridge. It's a testament to the patient violence supporting. It's a living reminder that even the hardest rock yields persistence. At the Emerald Lake, the first thing that strikes you is the color. A deep, luminous emerald that seems to glow from within. It has a soft ring of evergreens hugs the shoreline. It can get pretty busy around here, so try to come as early as you can, as tourist bus tends to occupy most of the parking spot. And we saved the best for last. Moraine Lake is the crown jewel of the Canadian Rockies. The electric blue color of the lake feels surreal. The famous $20 view. For years, it was featured on the back of the Canadian $20 bill, making it one of the most recognized landscapes in the country. Due to its overwhelming popularity and environmental protection, personal cars are no longer allowed during the peak season. So we booked a private tour in order to experience the sunrise. After an early morning start at Moraine Lake, we decided to go on a relaxing walk around downtown Banff. It's a small mountain town that sits in the heart of the Canadian Rockies, surrounded by rugged peaks like Mount Rundle, Cascade Mountain and Sulphur Mountain. It is lively with streets lined with bars, cafes, restaurants, and hotels. It serves as the perfect base for exploring the Rockies. Nestled at the base of the Tunnel Mountain is the Cascades of Time Gardens. From just inside the gate, look out toward Banff Avenue and you'll have a postcard view of the Cascade Mountain in the distance. It feels like an enchanted world hidden just steps from downtown Banff. Winding stone pathways lead you through terrace gardens where crystal clear streams cascade gently from pool to pool, creating a soft musical backdrop to the mountain scenery. Take a gondola ride up Sulphur Mountain for panoramic views of the entire Bow Valley. It's only a smooth 8-minute ride up to the mountain with a 360-degree views through the glass cabins. At the top, there's an observation deck, wooden boardwalk, and a restaurant and cafe overlooking the Bow Valley. The cave and basin is an important historic site, and as you walk into dimly lit grotto, you will find the warm, steaming turquoise water. This is the original hot spring that started it all. With mineral deposits along the cave walls and a small natural skylight in the rock that lets in a shaft of light. Outside the cave is the outdoor basin, a large emerald green mineral pool, and that distinctive smell of sulfur that tells you these are hot springs. In 1883, 3 Canadian Pacific Railway workers discovered the springs. That's why it's called the birthplace of Canada's National Park. From turquoise lakes to the towering summits, from the echo of waterfalls to the quiet of pine-scented trails, Canadian Rockies have a way of reminding us how small we are and how big the world can be. Thank you for traveling with us through the valleys carved by glaciers, peaks brushed by the clouds, and the moments that feel almost unreal. If this journey inspired you, hit that like button, subscribe, and come along for the next adventure. Until then, keep exploring, keep wondering, and keep seeking the wild.